Obito confronts the Ten-Tails Jinchuriki Madara Uchiha in my review of Naruto, chapter 665. What's up, guys? It is Corey from Super Kami Guru 9000. As you can tell, Christian is not here today. He is currently stuck in a cosmic time warp and will be for the next 2 weeks. But fear not, he will return as we have many awesome projects in the pipeline. But let's go ahead and talk about this week's chapter of Naruto, which for me, personally, was sort of middle of the ground. And I only say that because a lot of the stuff here is a lot of Madara rhetoric that we've heard before. However, there are some fairly nice twists towards the end of this week's chapter that involve Obito confronting his former master, and I thought that was pretty cool. And there's also a little bit of action at the end, so that really made it a pretty entertaining chapter. But before I jump into that stuff, let me just go ahead and get this one thing off my chest, which is, who the fuck is the barefoot ninja who's trying to help Sasuke or possibly kill him? Can we please get to that? I know it seems like kind of petty for me wanting to see that, but the fact that they've been dangling that in front of our faces for the last couple of weeks is getting pretty damn annoying. So you know what? Get to the barefoot ninja. I want to see who it is. I really don't care about Madara talking about how he's going to change the world and how everybody who works under him is essentially just Madara in spiritual form, and that he just wants to take over the world because he couldn't be friends with his stupid wood buddy back in Konoha. So now that my blood pressure has dropped, let's talk about some of the positives this week, which there actually are some pretty cool moments. The fact that Obito is sort of resisting the Black Zetsu and trying to stop Madara is pretty interesting. He sort of finally had his big realization. And this can mean a number of things. This can mean he's either about to somehow survive and get a big power-up, or he's about to get the shit knocked out of him and get killed by Madara. I don't know what's going to happen because at the end, it seems like he's actually getting his power back when he walks right up to Madara and shoves his fist right up into his chest and starts to pull out his power again, because he actually summons that weird, like, special staff that he had when he was the Ten-Tails Jinchuriki, and I don't know if this means he's going to take some of that power back and he's going to be just as powerful as he was before. It's really confusing here. However, there are a lot of scenes that I really liked. First and foremost, the action scene that involved Gaara, Minato, and Kakashi was really great when Obito was running up towards him, because they sort of stop Obito for a second, and they use this combination technique where Minato tries to hit Madara with his Rasengan, but Madara actually, like, cuts Minato's arm off, which sends it flying, which just happens to go right into Kakashi, hitting him point blank with a Rasengan. And you know what? I don't think he saw that coming, and that's probably going to hurt like a motherfucker because it came from the 4th Hokage. So I don't see Kakashi getting up anytime soon, because I don't care who you are, a Rasengan will mess you up big time. But the whole scene is just, again, to show how devastatingly powerful he is, and how even Minato can't even get that close to Madara. But Obito was able to, and that's because they have sort of like that deep connection, and he's able to sort of trick him a little bit at the end of the chapter. And I think that is an interesting development. And my theory is here, maybe somehow Obito is going to take all of the Kyuubi's chakra back and give it back to Naruto. This is going to be like maybe sort of his way of atoning for all the shit that he's done. You know, it's sort of sudden and sort of came out of nowhere, especially because they still don't want to tell us about who the fucking barefoot ninja is. Calm down. Another interesting thing about this chapter is that Madara goes into explanation again about how the Sage of the Six Paths actually taught people about ninjutsu, and how originally chakra was meant to sort of connect people on a spiritual level, but since mankind just wants to kill each other all the time, we decided to turn it into weapons like ninjutsu and fireballs and being able to turn into a sexy lady and give people nosebleeds. We've really been misusing that chakra quite a bit. And that's essentially what Madara wants to do. He wants to erase the evil chakra from the world so that he can be the only being, thus ruling it and raping everyone's mind into happiness. But still, like I said, this chapter was sort of middle of the road, because a lot of the stuff that Madara is saying is stuff that, like, we've heard before. It's been beaten into our heads many, many times. But still, the action scene at the end was pretty cool, and the fact that Obito is still resisting the Black Zetsu, which essentially is just a weaker form of Madara, is still pretty impressive. And I'm not really sure what to take from that final scene with him getting his staff back, and I'm not really sure where they're going to go with this, because if there's one thing that Naruto loves doing, it's giving us these little cliffhangers and then moving on to something else and not getting back to that subject for a long time, hence the barefoot ninja. So I'm going to give this chapter a 7 out of 10. It was still really entertaining, and keep in mind a 7 is well above average, so this chapter is definitely worth your time. It's got a lot of really cool artwork. It's got that great action scene at the end where you get to see the 4th Hokage's arm flying into Kakashi and hitting him with a Rasengan, which is both funny and cool depending on how you look at it. But if you're a fan of the series, you should definitely check out this week's chapter because it's still entertaining as hell, if anything. So check it out, guys. Pretty cool chapter. So if you guys had a chance to check out this week's chapter of Naruto, it's time to let me know what you thought about it with your comments below. Are you a little pissed off by the fact that they're not getting back to the whole barefoot ninja thing? And what do you think of this crazy development of Obito possibly becoming the Jinchuriki again? You can let me know with your comments below. Remember guys, before you leave, hit that like button, give this video a thumbs up. Definitely one of the easiest ways to help out our videos, and it really does help them out quite a bit. And you can sub to the channel if you haven't already. So, I'll see you next time guys. Super Kami Guru 9000, out.